You've got mail.
What the f?
Sup folks, I'm going off to war, and what better way to prepare than... hell. Drill Sergeant Mindstrong hit the Japanese Wii shop on April 14th of 2009. He then proceeded to terrorize the United States and many European nations. His regime was brought to power by the High Corporation and... Yeah, I bet they were when they were making this game. That makes sense.
High Corporation has developed such notable games as Winnie the Pooh Preschool, Winnie the Pooh Kindergarten, Resident Evil 4 Mobile Edition, and Pets Hamsters. But only the second one.
After 2013's release of Brilliant Hamsters on Nintendo 3DS, the High Corporation seemingly vanished. With those who helped him rise to power out of the picture, Drill Sergeant Mindstrong's totalitarian rule over Japan was ended in January of 2014 when he was inevitably pulled from the Wii shop. He remained a threat to the free world until January 30th, 2019, when the entire system he built his empire upon collapsed. Like most other terrible events in human history, there was foreshadowing and signs of what was to come. These took the form of the Drill Sergeant Mindstrong trailer. Well, let's load up the game and see what we're getting ourselves into. Bro, who is this guy? He looks like one of those terrible, ugly Team Fortress 2 SFM animations. And who are these guys? This is a Wii. I want to play with my Mii, god darn it!
Well, it looks like we got 4 buttons to play around with. We can either do basic training, focus training, look at some points, or play around with the options. Or we run out of here as fast as we can. Unfortunately today, we actually have to play this game. So, basic training it is. First things first, it's time to pick between the 2 genders, wearing glasses or girl.
Take a good look at me. Do I look like one of those choices? So we gotta go with the one that's more accurate.
Then we have 2 difficulties to pick from, maggot or regular. There would be more if I actually bothered to unlock them, but I'm not just gonna throw my life away. Oh yeah, Drill Sergeant Mindstrong starts out the training and gives us a basic rundown of how things are gonna work around here. Everyone gets a new name, and he dubs me Crow. We start out with Hell Roll Call, or as I like to call it, really bad Simon Says. The entire premise of this game is that you have to follow the motion controls that Mindstrong tells you to do, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually matter what you're doing with the Wii remote. The game will just pick and choose randomly if you're doing it right. The list of actions you have to do are stand in place and do nothing, salute, put your arms behind your back, and press the A button in the right order. These same 4 actions are repeated over and over and over again. After a while you start getting sick of it and want some change, but all Mindstrong does is change the order you're standing in. Whoop-de-doo. So aside from calling out your number, you're basically just swinging the Wii remote like a madman for 5 minutes. Sometimes if you really suck at the minigames, you'll get struck down by God and have to do a punishment game. Basically, all these do is make you do some repetitive actions so that everyone else gets even further ahead of you doing the repetitive actions that actually matter. The next minigame in this fun little pack is called Hell Shooting. This is going to be a pattern with the naming of all these games, isn't it? It's like the publishers went,
You know what would really get those kids into our game? Eternal damnation.
in Hell Shooting, you have a gun and shoot a bunch of targets. Every time you run out of ammo, you have to shake the Wii remote to reload your gun. Mindstrong gives you different objectives for which targets to shoot every round, and really, this minigame is the best out of the whole bunch. I mean, it's gotta be at least in the top 5. Really, the thing that makes this minigame good is that it has a lot of variety in the prompts of what to shoot. Variety makes things fun, and repetition drives me to drink. Anyways, I can't wait to see what the next minigame is. In Hell Calculation, you shoot targets. But you also do math.
Okay.
If the name didn't give it away to you, this game is trying to be Brain Age while wearing the stolen uniform of an army sergeant. In this minigame, a string of numbers float across the screen along with some bombs. Mindstrong gives you an objective like, shoot numbers that make a sum of 5. And when you're done, you move the cursor over to him and click Done. You have 20 seconds to complete each objective. With every minigame thus far, correct answers will gain you points and incorrect answers will lose you points. With every correct answer in a row, you'll gain more points from combos. The complex math at hand here is what makes Mindstrong such a good learning tool for people old enough to say the hell word. It really gives us some insight into Drill Sergeant Mindstrong's target audience. The final minigame is Hell March, where you go around a beach answering questions and passing the same PNG of a crab over and over. The questions are terrifying ones, such as, are friends important? Does doing your best matter? And most frightening of all, is London the capital of England?
Maybe if I say no enough, it'll come true.
While marching, you have to swing the Wii remote to the rhythm. At first it's easy, and then it speeds up more and more and more until it gets really easy again. While swinging your arms all around, you also have to press A to answer yes to a question and B to answer no. In this game, you don't get points for every right answer. Right answers only stack onto your combo. You get the points every single time you swing your arm. So if you just keep getting combos, you will get unbelievably far ahead of every other player. After Hell March, it's time to see the final results. Each score is added up cumulatively, and so basically, Hell shooting carries. But then everyone is given a ranking. Since I have number 1 on the leaderboard, amazingly, I had to enter my full legal name. Well, that was fun, but let's see what focus training is all about. Holy cannoli. Focus training basically just lets you pick to only play one of the minigames instead of all 4 of them. Now, under any other circumstances, I would never want to play one of these games ever again. However, now I can literally send my friends to hell? Well, I'm pretty sure actual war can't be much worse than this, so I'm on my way to my nearest military entrance processing center. Later. Sup folks, I can't come to the phone right now, but if you like the video, be sure to go to Texas Roadhouse and ask for 16 glasses of water and 2 glasses of water. Thanks.